Beagle here at the DA with DubV Declassified. I'm your host, Luke Beagle.
Ben Stotzenbach, John Henry Thomas,
and Charlie Steensma.
And we are a podcast that just give you guys some good lessons on living life at West Virginia University. Today we're going to be talking about a couple things. First, coming into cop run-ins. Tell me, guys, do you guys have any good run-ins stories with the cops?
I have a story. I was at the sledding incident down here. I believe it was 2019 or 2020. It had torrential snowfall. All the streets were closed. The school was closed, and on Spruce Street, everybody had started. It's like sledding down the hill. They were taking kayaks down the hill, shopping carts. It turned into they were also lighting fires on the sidewalks and stuff. It turned into a big party, and Morgantown police stopped at the bottom of High Street Spruce Street and slowly started walking up. And then whenever they got about halfway, that's whenever they started to tear gas and pepper ball everybody, cleared out the whole thing. And by that point, I was at the mountain layer. It was just like a sea of people storming through, some people covering their eyes and coughing. That'll always be a top memory for me.
Yeah, thankfully I, in my 4 years, have done a good job avoiding the cops. There's been some run-ins and I've been some places that they've shut down, but overall I've had some pretty good interactions with them. And I definitely have some friends that have had some bad run-ins with them, so that's definitely kept me cautious of not messing with them at the wrong time.
Yeah, coming back to talking about the sledding incident, that just reminded me of a good run-in with the cops. You gotta love snow in Morgantown. Everybody goes crazy, no class because can't drive nowhere. And so me and some buddies, we go out. We're sledding on Woodburn, as most students will. And we go to the bar with snowboards and sleds in our snow gear. And we start drinking, start having a good time. Then around 2 a.m., we think, oh, bar's closing. We might as well go back to Woodburn. We go up there. We have a bottle of something. And we're just having a time up there sledding, flying past the trees and stuff. And we're at the top, and out of nowhere, we hear sirens start going and lights turn on. And we hear a guy on a microphone say, if you sled down that hill, we will arrest you and you will be coming with us. And me and my friend are like, well, we have to go down somehow. And if we go down, we have to run. So off a little liquid courage, we slid down. We saw a perfect gap between the cop car and this tree that we slid perfectly through. And then we were able to take off. And I guess in our drunk mind, we thought we were running really fast. This cop probably just didn't feel like chasing after us because we were just falling in the snow trying to make it home. And thankfully, we made it home and didn't have any interaction about that. So, yeah, if you're listening, just be smart when you're coming into interactions with the police here. And just don't be too stupid.
Yeah, most of the time the police here want to help you. Usually if you're not doing anything too stupid, they'll let you off with a warning.
So, moving on from that, we're going to start talking about some bad professors or good professors, if you may. So, yeah, guys, you got any good experiences or bad experience with professors throughout the years?
I had a teacher that was definitely foreign. He was from somewhere else, and I say that because I couldn't tell you his name because it just looked like a bunch of vowels to me put together. And then I got to class and just really couldn't understand a word he said, and it seemed like no one else in the class could either. But it was a 100-level history class that we all kind of just took for an elective to just get credits, thinking it'd be kind of a cakewalk. And while it was probably the hardest class I've ever taken here, just because the teacher would lecture at us for the whole hour 15, couldn't understand a word he said, and then kind of similar to you, he'd throw a huge test at us with a ton of writing prompts that just really had no clue what to write about. And then the worst part was we'd figure. At least I would figure something out, get some good stuff down. And he was just an incredibly hard grader. Some of the feedback he put on some of my tests were like this is the right answer, but you misspelled a word or something, like minus 10 points. Like, it was pretty ridiculous. And to cap it all off, he had the final set, so I had to stay for that, and that was the only final I had to stay for. And I woke up like the day before, deathly ill, and was just feeling terrible. And then the next day it was even worse, so I like emailed him and told him, like, look, I'm feeling awful. I'm going to go get tested and everything. Like, is there any chance I can do this online or come in some other time, whatever? I have a flight home I got to catch. And he was just pretty much saying, he's like, pretty much no, like, you fail the class completely if you don't come right now. Like, you got to get here. And so as you can imagine, I didn't do too great on that final, but hey, I passed the class. But yeah, not a great experience.
Fail the class completely is kind of crazy. That's just
A little over the top.
yeah. I'd be pissing my pants right there.
It's always the electives too, like
Yeah.
the ones that like trying to clear off a GEF. You think this class looks fun, sounds cool, and then like first day, it's like, oh, I'm screwed. Like you look at the reading list, the material, everything you have to do, and you're like, yeah, I I just wanted this quick, easy 3 credits, and now I'm fighting for my life.
Yeah, also, instead of speaking about teachers, can we speak about bad advisors? Has any of you had Demetrius Greer at all? he's so he's so bad. I mean, last year I was trying to schedule my classes, didn't realize, so sophomore year, so going into the second semester, didn't realize what class I had to take because he's supposed to help you with that. And he put 5 classes down. I'm like, okay, this looks like, I send it. And then I go to the spring, starting my classes, didn't realize I had to completely change my whole schedule. All the 5 classes he put down, I already took. I didn't read them because I expected him to do his job. All the 5 classes he put down, I already took. So, hey, my classes are pretty shitty. And going off that too, yeah. So he gave me advice saying, take interest in nutrition. It's gonna be the easiest A in your life. Everyone who takes it gets an A. He screwed me hard. Like that class, I've never had a class where I pulled 4 all-nighters straight, went into a class, pulling 4 all-nighters straight, read a textbook then and back, and still had no idea what I was doing, where I was just like, oh fuck, I am going to fail this. I went in and literally go to a 50 test, and I'm just like, A, B. I am guessing. I don't know any of this says. Teacher is good teacher if you're nutrition, but for an intro to nutrition, terrible teacher, because she knows you don't know anything you're going. I expected kind of like a cover like you do, like a little bit more than health in high school. No, this was like you're getting a degree in nutrition. You knew you had to go from like the exact GMOs that strawberry has to how do GMOs differ from transfood. It was awful. I mean, he pretty much, if you're gonna survive Morgantown, you either don't want to meet Just Greer or whatever he says, do the opposite. That's how bad he is.
See, I have Demetrius Greer as my advisor, and like I always just kind of viewed college advisors as like they'll tell you something, and like that's kind of about half of what is actually needed. So that's kind of like I've had decent experience with him. He'll give me a list of classes, and then I'll probably take about two or three of them, and then the rest, like, I know this fits my gen ed requirements, so I'm going to throw this in because this looks easy. Or, I mean, I've had somebody else take this class who's also my major. They got a decent grade in it, and if they can, then I can. So, like, I mean, I think it's good advice with a lot of advisors is kind of take what they say somewhat at face value, because they got like hundreds of students, and they're not personalized to you.
I guess that's fair, but also anytime you bring up his name, people are just like, "Oh my, he is so bad." Like if you speak his name, it's like just a row of dominoes falling. And everyone just starts complaining about their horror stories.
In our class, that happened, and you literally heard someone say his name, and everyone, like a chain reaction. Yeah, my favorite story of him is you have to take that call every semester for your next classes, right? And so I was on mine once, and he kind of started, like, doing his whole spiel, whatever. I was just nodding my head, agreeing, whatever. And he was like, "Oh, wait, can you just give me, like, 3 minutes. I got to take this call real quick about my daughter's school. It's like, oh, I mean, yeah, whatever. Go ahead. Like, I'm cool for 3 minutes, whatever. 15 minutes later, he unmutes. Sorry, man, this is longer than expected. Like, I'll be right there. 10 more minutes go by. I'm still sitting there like, dude, you're kidding me, right? And then finally it was off. Like, oh, I'm so sorry, man. Like, that's my bad. I thought it was going to be, it's like, maybe schedule your calls for your daughter when you're not meant to be.
Yeah, meeting with those advisors, you do end up taking some pretty random classes that you have no business being in. I gotta say, I had an experience. For some reason, in the beginning of my time here, I had been signed up for a anthropology and archaeology class just to get some credits in. And I get it. I go in there, don't know what to expect. And this is going back to professors. I had one of the craziest professors. He gave me such like Albert Einstein vibes, and you just never knew it was going to happen. And I swear, I was talking during our meeting saying, I don't know what this class is really for, because we spent a week just watching monkeys and primates mate and have sex on the big screen. I basically came into class one day
to watch monkey
tired, and he's like, I got a film for you guys. You guys are going to take notes. And then it's just two gorillas humping each other. And I don't even know what to take away from that. And I'm just like, he's like, come back tomorrow. We're going to be doing the same thing, but with orangutans. I'm like, oh my gosh.
I think your professor has a monkey fetish for some reason.
Yeah, it was a little strange, I gotta say. Yeah, but you just never know what you're gonna get. And if you're thinking about not taking a class, you never know. You might have a crazy experience or meet some fun classmates while you're in there.
My advice on that would be rate your professor. Rate your professor and trust it. And if the professor isn't on there, ask around, because someone usually knows.
Any stories about incidents on high streets? I know we were just talking about a fight today that somehow happened. It seemed like a huge brawl between like 30 people. And yeah, you just never know what's going to happen on high street. One time we went to the bar, and it was right after a alumni event where just a bunch of alumni came, and we're all out drinking. I forget what bar it was, but so we're all wearing like nice suits, and this one kid, he goes to the bar or to the bathroom, and we didn't even know who he was. He was just another kid at the bar, and he goes into the bathroom, and we were all waiting in line, and this kid, he was chatted up to the guy next to him in the urinal, and he let out a fart while he was peeing in the urinal, right? Normal bathroom stuff, just being a dude. This guy next to him took his beer bottle and smashed it over the kid's head while he was in the urinal just because he farted next to him. And everybody was like, what the hell just happened? And this kid had blood all over him on his nice tux, and that guy, he got thrown out of there. He definitely got in trouble with the police. I don't know what happened, but it was just a sight to see. This kid, he ripped out a fart and then smiled and didn't even realize he had a beer bottle literally coming straight to his head.
I knew a guy who almost got he was at Gibby's. We were both at Gibby's together. He almost got into a fight because some guy bumped into him, and he goes, "Dude, are you blind?" And the guy starts like getting into his face, and he gets out and he goes to close his tab, and the guy starts getting in his face again. And he looks at the bartenders and goes, "All I asked was if he's blind." And they go, "Oh, he is actually like legally blind." And he looks at him and goes, "Holy shit."
Yeah, always a good time on High Street. I feel like the simplest way to sum it up is there's never really a dull moment. Whether it's you think it's a slow night out, something always picks up and happens.
Yeah, I mean, anything can happen. I mean, I was walking back to freshman year, back to state, and literally just had a random guy offer you just a ton of drugs. Anything can happen. Like, when we mean anything, you can eat anything is possible on High Street. It is literally what you call just the life of the party of Morgantown. You can have the best time of your life, or you can get a beer bottle smashed on your head. Either way, something's going to happen when you're on High Street.
I'd say like 99% of the time I've had a great time. I meet a ton of people. It's a good social life for sure, or like social nightlife. Uh, like there's been plenty of times where I go like out on Friday, then next Saturday or the next day I'm out again, and like 5 different people are like, "Yo, what's up, John Henry?" And go, "What's up, man? Whatever your name is." Like,
Yeah, waking up with some random Snapchats from random people that I don't recall talking to is always a good time.
and I'm never gonna talk to them again.
Exactly.
Yeah, you start getting real nervous.
Yeah.
Do you guys? Oh my gosh, I forgot about this one. Do you guys remember seeing a video? There was this guy. I think he got thrown out of Happy's or something, and he just started stripping in the middle of High Street.
yeah.
I
yeah.
completely forgot about that. Oh my gosh,
Yeah.
that was
When was that
Everywhere.
from?
Last year,
Yeah, last
some
year.
big dude who got kicked out of Happy's, and he just started like getting completely butt ass naked, and he's like, and the cops are. He then tries to run from the cops. The cops are there, and it's like the most funniest thing you could like see happen
know how I
on video.
missed
It was
that
on
one.
it was on WVU's Red Cup, if I remember correctly.
Yeah. No, I think what happened is he got kicked out. He started getting aggressive, and then without question, he just stripped down, and he was like, you guys aren't gonna want to arrest me if I'm just naked." So he started just dancing naked in the street, and it was a big guy. Oh my god. I remember my buddy showed me that video. I was like, I don't even. The one night I don't go out, some crazy stuff happens.
I remember a video a few years ago of like it was like whenever Casa was up the street on High Street a bit. Dude just walks in like no shirt on, his pants are around his ankles, obviously just pissed himself, and he's just like stumbling around, and people are trying to shove him out.
Well, it was good talking with you guys today. Definitely some great stories. I would totally recommend some people who are looking to join WVU's family and just listen to our stories that we have to tell. It's a good insight, a good behind the scenes that you don't really get on a normal tour around campus. I'm your host, Luke Beagle. I'm here with Ben, John, and Charlie. We are going to be here every Wednesday recording, just giving more of the scoop on how to survive West Virginia and all that comes along with it. You guys can check us on Transistor FM and Spotify to listen to more. We will be here hoping you guys are listening, giving some insight, and hoping you learn a lesson and take something away from what we have to say today.